Hello, it's your boy mL7 again with another cringe intro. Today we'll be reviewing a Gold 3 Ana on PC. Let's go in the first key moment. Attack on last point. I feel like we had the upper hand in the team fight, but I'm not so clear as to why we were unable to push the cart any further with the remaining time. Other than not being in high ground, I think my positioning wasn't entirely bad, but maybe prioritizing the wrong target and a misplay may have caused our Hog to die and losing to the last point. Also, I probably should have better game sense. Okay, so what happened last team fight? This is TLDR, what this means. What happened last team fight, what I could have done better in order to win. And let's see if it's a positioning issue, if it's doing my job type of issue, as in probably not doing what you're supposed to do, or other stuff like that. So you said on last point, so I'm gonna skip. So let's play the fight first. Okay, it's 1 minute. They capped the point.
Everyone heal up.
Let's recut the pace. I've got you getting drowsy. You're powered up. Get in there.
Okay.
That must sting.
Okay, I guess it's not this fight.
Watches over you.
They said at 7 minutes, but probably last fight, last point. Wait, what's happening? Wait, they're playing Genji.
60 seconds remaining.
Nice pressuring there.
I'm here.
Okay, good hook.
Deine Pflicht ist nicht getan.
Get that? Always something.
Dead. No, not dead yet. Wait, it's still going.
Taking damage. 30 seconds remaining. Enough whining. You're fine.
Okay, last 20 seconds of the fight. This is a long key moment, by the way. And it's over. It is over. Hog died there. Let's check out the last 10 seconds as well.
Seconds remaining.
They can't do anything here. Unless Gumantus gets a kill onto the Mercy or somebody here with a nade. Nah, it's over. It's over. Okay, so let's go over this. This was a long one. This was a very long one. So,
Season 2 right around the corner.
easiest step ever in the game. If you're playing Ana Roadhog, this is what you have to do. You have to walk the hog, okay? Walk the Roadhog. I know how it sounds, but where hog goes, you go with him. You two together are a fucking menace. If he's low HP, like super low HP, you can just nade him so he heals himself up. You have two pick abilities. You have Roadhog Hook, you have Sleep Dart. So the enemies are incredibly scared.
Love how
The enemies
upbeat.
are incredibly scared. I'm sorry I muted that. I wanted to mute it afterwards. Thank you for the message. Thank you for the message. But hear me out. I muted the alerts. So whenever you have a Roadhog, because of the amount of pressure that you can put on the enemies with the two pick abilities that you have, make sure to stay together. Yes, you can create multiple angles of attack, but then you're going to put yourself in positions where you can't help the Roadhog. If one team has Roadhog Ana and the other team doesn't have Roadhog Ana, then the team with Roadhog Ana has the advantage. Okay, that's where you can pump your resources into. So that's thing number one, knowing your team comp, doing your job. If you have a Hog, stay with Hog. Now you're gonna ask me, but I didn't want to stay with Hog that much because they had a Kiriko. Well, my friend, you're playing in gold, okay? You're playing in gold, which means that the enemies will probably not have proper cooldown management, and it's easy to bait the enemies. Now, let's think a little bit. Your plan is to stay with Roadhog and try to get the Suzu out, which means that you should, if you throw a Sleep Dart onto the enemy Roadhog, then you're probably gonna force the Suzu. Then you follow up with an anti-nade, and then Suzu's not available. So in this case, I would use my Sleep Dart in the front line on the closest target that the Roadhog can see in front of him so he can hook them. And in case it gets cleansed, then I can just throw the nade afterwards. I personally value the nade more. I value like saving the nade more than the Sleep Dart when I'm playing with a Roadhog. Because yes, you cleanse the Sleep Dart, but then you have the hook to follow up. Now, this changes. If I see a squishy somewhere and I can throw a long-range Sleep Dart to hit on the squishy and then maybe kill them, then I'll do that and then follow up with the nade. But in general, what's gonna happen in this team comp is you're just gonna walk with your Roadhog wherever he goes and throw the Sleep Dart at the enemy Roadhog if your Hog doesn't have hook. and then your nade. If you're having a rough time with your abilities, that doesn't mean that you still cannot get value out of your Ana pick. Please remember that Ana's nade increases healing from your healing rate, okay? So Roadhog heals him up a little bit more. So in case he's low, just throw it when he's low or after he vapes so that he gets to full HP faster. So that's tip number 1. Stay with your Roadhog. It's so broken, no need to create different angles of attack. I'm talking strictly about ranked, but even in competitive play, if I remember correctly, there was a meta in Overwatch League in playoffs, I think it was in season 3 or 4, in which literally Roadhog walked with Ana. So positioning, how it would be, this is positioning wise. So like the fight is won over here. I would just either go top and then drop with Roadhog instantly because over here is splitting away. Or I would just stay close to Roadhog and play from here. Why from here? So I can contest the Cassidy that's... wait, so you can see. Contest the Cassidy that's playing from over here. You know, because like if I stay here, what can I see? Who can go for me? We're going to cover this in a second. But I would just stay over here, right? Because when he's about to turn a corner, I'm right there next to him. Nade, sleep dart, anything. I'm right next to him. So right now, imagine you sleep dart the Roadhog. Or even throw the nade if you're scared. With time, you'll understand what you have to do, okay? Now use his vape, and now they cleanse the sleep dart. And then, I don't know, you walk in and you throw the nade, or you just stay with Roadhog over here. Now, if you're afraid with your positioning in this case, then look how bad the angle for the enemies is to see you from here. And you can also like just kite and play from inside. You always want to play in cover. But I would say that there are 2 main things that happen here now that I'm finally waking up. So, first things first, know your job, know your team comp. This is a very specific example, as I said, but when you have a Roadhog and you're playing with Ana, my suggestion is just walk the hog. Walk with your Roadhog, help him a ton, enable him even more. Positioning is going to be very easy, just stay behind the Roadhog. But I'm gonna talk about a bigger problem here. And this is what I feel like is the biggest one, which a lot of supports feel. And I feel like it's a result of watching top 500 gameplay and professional Overwatch League / Contenders games. You play too safe, okay? So let me explain this. So if you're playing from here, yes, you can kind of see this angle from here, but the enemies, over here, you have free real estate. Do not let the enemies walk out for free. Even if you're just here and you know you're gonna miss a shot or 2, or you're even here and you pressure, this is still a little bit of pressure that I feel like. If you're not setting up a trap, then you should always pressure. What I mean by this is that, for example, if Ana would have a fly ability, please Blizzard, then playing this passive would be amazing, because you can just heal over here a little bit the Roadhog, then jump over this wall and splash the nade, slam dunk the nade. You know, like they don't see you and this is passive. Or you can go from over here and throw the nade and then TP to your Roadhog, for example. But you can't do this with Ana, so you have to do it the traditional way, as in pressing W. Now, here's where a lot of people make mistakes. They understand this concept, they try to apply it, and then they're like, but mL7, are they alive when doing so? No. You see the walls behind me? These are my best friends. You see the walls over here? These are my best friends. So whenever you see a wall, just hug it, love it, stay near it, pee around it to assert dominance so the enemies can smell your pee when they're about to get closer to you. Don't stay in the open, okay? Even if you see me, if you watch me play and you see me stay in the open, it's with a reason, okay? It's with a reason. I want to stay in the open to bait the enemies into thinking that I play in a bad position so that I invest resources into me so that my DPSs on the side can pressure them for their greediness. That's why I'm doing this. I could always play like inside walls and stuff. Don't do what I do in this case, okay? Like take the examples and then maybe adjust them. But in this case specifically, you should always, for example, push with Roadhog and stay here. At the top of the leaderboard, it's all about mind games. It's all about mind games. But here in gold, you can just stick to this, I won't say basics, but advanced basics, if that makes sense. Literally, stay close to a wall. Ana and Zenyatta are heroes that do not forgive you for your positioning. They are ruthless, dude. They're ruthless. If you miss position, you don't have a fade. You don't have a TP. So you have to start by playing aggressive in the beginning. So what I would suggest in this case with Roadhog, this would be easy, okay? Yes, you can stay near Roadhog. And then you see a wall and I play around here. Okay, that's it. I play around here. Or if I'm not safe, I play around here. Or, oh my bad, I'm in a bad position, I'm playing around the payload. Fine. But you would have won the team fight if you just stay with Roadhog here. I think we're gonna see this mistake again in the future as well. Like, when the fight is won, you gotta pressure. Because if not, then the enemies just walk in. And imagine you're the enemies. I'm still gonna go in with this because this needs to be cemented. Because you're a support, not a healer. This needs to be cemented. You know what I mean. You have to know this concept because otherwise the enemies have all the space possible. So in this situation, imagine you're the enemies. La 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 la. Wow, the map is so cool. Oh, Roadhog, I feel pressure. Oh, Torbjorn. Oh no, where are the others? I'm okay. Now imagine this. La 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 la. Fuck, I'm getting antied. Oh shit, Torbjorn. There's a Roadhog there. Oh my god. You know what I mean? You gotta give the enemies a mini heart attack. Even if you're just there threatening, you know? It's like when you're trying to be a badass in high school or stuff like that and you call your friends when you're actually not gonna do shit, but you just want them to stay next to you so it seems that you're based. Same principle. Yeah, stay here just a little bit. You can always drop in cover. Even you being there may result only in them seeing you and going like, yeah, I'm going to... I'm going to shoot Diana once. That one bullet might make the difference in the team fight because that one bullet might have been the bullet that you'd have done to Torbjorn. Plus, and with this I'm going to stop with this. Plus, you should take more risks like these in Overwatch 2 if you're an Overwatch 1 player, okay? Because in Overwatch 1, playing this passive is kind of understandable. But in Overwatch 2, it's not. Why? Because of the support passive. If you're playing Ana and you get naded, you get hit, then you can just regenerate your HP. But in order to do this, you have to get out of combat, so this is why you want to hug the walls a little bit more. Okay, now we have a second moment. Key moment number 2. At 14, defense on second point. I think the fight may have ended in my team's favor if I did not make a lot of mistakes here. The first one being I focused too much on the Pharah and missing. I think I might have trouble prioritizing whether to do damage or healing sometimes. The second being my positioning being kind of bad the entire game. So, okay, job/positioning. Okay, so I would say decision-making and positioning. And also, my friends introduced you to your channel a couple of years ago, and your guides have helped me with some techniques that are very helpful. Watching guides was a good start for me, but with almost 200 hours done over the years, I think I made very minimal improvement, partly being that I believe I haven't received constructive criticism for your gameplay. If possible, I would really appreciate if you can tell me what I need to improve on personally and practice effectively. I'm more of a casual/quick play player, but being able to hit plat one day is your goal. Thank you very much. Oh, you're gonna get plat, bro. You're gonna get plat. Don't worry. So, it's at 14 minutes in. Let's watch this team fight. Okay, playing on the low ground. Team is playing on the low ground. I'm not gonna go over that. You have to stay on top.
Taking care of you.
Back out. Get up the Zen. I like this long wide angle. Too much.
Barrier is nearly spent.
Stand up straight.
Okay. 45. Understandable nade.
I grew tired of fighting alone.
Ran out of your slam deck. That was good. That's again another case. That is again another case of hugging the walls. But before that, I just realized something that I think that I haven't covered in any VOD review throughout the years. You know, when you watch me play Ana, you see that after every shot, I've explained that before, but I'm gonna go over it again in Overwatch 2. It's to orientate what I have to do with myself, okay? So in this case, after I would do a shot on Pharah, which is the right intention, you would not stay scoped in and look around you. Out of experience, if you stay scoped in for more than 2 shots in a team fight, somebody's gonna die. Or they will be very low. It's at the point of no return. So that's thing number 1, mechanically speaking. be a little bit faster if you stay scoped. That's too much. Good. Go. Shoo. In the back. Move. Look around. Good. Now you're healing. Also, I'm talking about shots, okay? So like 1 or 2 shots with scoped in. I'm not talking necessarily about shots. I'm talking about the duration of them. So it goes like... So if staying scoped in and doing 1 shot equivalates to like the time that it would take you usually to like do 2 shots, then that's too much. You can only stay scoped in for a little bit. Nice wall bang deck, by the way. This is good, trying to look around. But, and here's another important one. Over here, mechanically speaking. You have to learn how to quickscope. Sigma was low HP over here in the air. Was low HP. It was taking some damage in the air and you did an unscope shot. I feel like... Look, this should be a quickscope. This should be a quickscope, dude. So I feel like, mechanically speaking, prioritizing learning how to quickscope will result in you being faster, which will result in you seeing your surroundings a little bit more and helping your teammates out. Now, how to quickscope... I cannot insert the quickscope guide here because I don't think Dan's gonna see this, but go on my YouTube, just write mL7 quickscope guide. It's from 2018, I think, or 2019. I explain it, how to do it with both toggle on, toggle scope on, toggle scope off. I show it IRL how to do it. It's still a super relevant guide, and I recommend to anybody that wants to play Ana to learn to quickscope because this is limiting your gameplay a lot. From this distance, why? From this distance, you have to predict where your Sigma's gonna... with your unscope shot, which is unreliable. If you stay scoped in, you might die. So you have to quickscope here. You really have to quickscope here. There's no way of putting it. Okay, 2 shots maximum, then look around. And when you look around, another good thing, when you look around and you're gonna see your improvement really fast, you will not look around scoped in. You saw how you looked at Zenyatta? You look like scoped in a little bit. To be in your brain, it's cemented the fact that if I'm scoped in, 100% I'm gonna hit the shot. Now imagine if you look around unscoped and you know how to quickscope. You're gonna move faster, you're gonna have very good field of view, because you're not restricting it, because you can see everybody. And now let's see what happens in the team fight. I'm not gonna go over why you're not on high ground, because people are gonna be like, actually, Mr. Streamer, I'll let you know that in this particular case, Ana should have started on high ground. No shit, yeah, she should have played on high ground and applied pressure from before, and maybe the fight would have been won. But we all know those cases in which you start on high ground, you miss your shots, you're not that mechanically good, you drop with your team because your team is gonna die. So this is a clear case of staying close to your team, and I want to focus more on this decision making and on this team fight than on starting on high ground and shooting the fuck up before. Like, duh, that's what you should have done, and then drop to your team. But that doesn't cover the fact that we have a mechanical issue that I talked about earlier. Okay, let's see what happens here. This is very important. 1 kill. 1 kill happened. And then I want to see your ability management. Because you have to save your sleep dart for ultimates. So you can use your sleep dart as the general rule. You can use your sleep dart in any way you want if they don't have flankers and if they don't have ultimates. If they have flankers, then you have to wait to see if the flankers go for you. Like Genji, like Tracer, like Sombra. That's when you want to use your sleep dart, or Winston jumps on you. If they don't have that, and they're playing with people that play in the back, then you have to save them for ultimates. If they don't have ultimates, then you can do whatever you want with them. In this case, I like that you didn't throw a sleep dart. You know that they have Shatter and Visor. So what happens is you see the Reinhardt charging in.
I've got you in my sights.
That's not staying.
Okay, this was hard to sink. You had the right intention, I think, to cancel Shatter.
grew
And
tired
what
of
happens
fighting
here? The Nat's kind of low.
But a fraction of the universe.
You try to do quick scope. You're getting covered. There it is. It's 4 versus 4. You peek a little bit too wide. I guess you could have just ran here and baited the soldier again, and Sigma could have killed them. A small mechanical error again. So I would have ran inside and played from here. But still, this is a little bit too far away from the wall. Still same role. This is not the most important one in this team fight. Same role. Stay super close to walls always. Second rule, the one that I covered earlier. Second rule. Second tip that I have for you is quickscope. In this case, quickscoping Zenyatta would have been really nice. Wait, we're at 1441. What happens? It's over here. Quick scope. And then continue moving. Quick scope.
You see but a fraction of
And then
the
continue moving instead of standing still here. Because you stayed still here, which means soldier can start doing damage to you a little bit sooner. You could have... I mean, it doesn't matter here specifically. It doesn't matter here specifically. You are lucky because Sigma plays the shield. But still, quick scoping would have been better in this situation. Also, by the way, he's going into a corner trying to hide. Unscoping could have worked as well, but... yeah. Now... this is the reverse Uno card of what we talked about earlier. But Mr. Streamer, I am playing aggressive. I am doing what you're telling me to do. I have 200 hours on Ana, and I understand that I have to apply pressure, Mr. Streamer. Well, yes and no. Because you apply pressure in a neutral fight, or when you don't have the advantage. If you have the advantage, then relax. You're playing support. I don't want to flex or anything, but most of the times, you're the target that the enemies want, okay? Okay, I'm just gonna say it. You're the target that the enemies want. If they see the supports, they're gonna be like, oh, hell yeah, I wanna get to Diana, you know what I mean? Like, you're the juiciest target possible if they're out of position. They're not gonna be like, Sigma's out of position. Sigma's... Nah. They see her not out of position. Oh, logged! I'm going for her. So in this case, not even a date? Depends on them. In this case, don't bite off more than you can chew. I like how you're approaching this. You have a pick. Congratulations. Now, in theory, if you don't die, you should win. Why? You have 2 supports, 1 tank, 2 DPSs. What do they have? They have Soldier, they have the Reinhardt, and 2 supports. Fine. You have a Sleep Dart to counter one of the 2 ultimates, which you already had in mind, which is awesome. So over here... you hear this and you probably walk in because you want to sleep out the Reinhardt. Well, you can do it by either kiting back from here and playing in a safe position or playing from here. You know what I mean? Instead of like just staying in the open. I like the initiative though. But now imagine you'd have been playing from here or even kiting back from here. Soldier would have done damage to you. You could have thrown the nade and getting cover because he's not nanoed or anything. And then that's it. This would have resulted probably in a 1-team fight. So, you +1, I would almost never pressure. Like right now, you're trying to win the team fight. The team fight is won. It is over. Secondly, this is a mechanical one, but this is because Kiriko is a new hero. So I would say that whenever you're playing Ana versus Kiriko and the ultimate gets thrown, right? Like Kitsune Rush is getting thrown, I would wait to hear for the first Suzu before throwing the nade. Because if I throw the nade, then Kiriko is gonna wait for that. Just as a heads up.
I grew tired of fighting alone.
You see but a fraction of
Then again, I guess, all good. But now, see what I mean? Like, if you're not playing from here, from this position and creating multiple angles of attack, which is what I've covered in numerous VOD reviews, like, look at the pressure that the enemy team feels. Close to 0. Like, they have to shoot target that's in front, that's in front, that's in front. Now, imagine after you get a kill onto the Farah that you play from here or from here. So the enemies have to focus on how many targets? 1 there, what do I do? Like, this is just like simplifying their decision making, their shot calling. This is actually one of the reasons why games look really scuffed sometimes, because everybody's splitting away and it's hard to focus somebody. Have you had those games in which people were just like all over the place and didn't understand how you won team fights? Well, this is exactly how they win team fights, actually, by getting away from everybody. And by the way, to create multiple angles of attack. In this team comp specifically, Sigma, Zenyatta, okay, good. Yeah, focusing on Farah is the right choice. Don't focus that much on Reinhardt. Try to look for a sleep dart / nade, preferably after the Suzu. If you're afraid of the Suzu being used to cleanse, I would probably look for a sleep dart on... use the sleep dart to bait the Suzu, if that's what I feel like. And save the nade for a little bit later. Or I can just like go for risky sleep darts onto the Farah. But still, same thing. So, I don't want to go any deeper because I want to remember everything that I talked about, and I think I'm going to have a big rant. I don't want to go deeper in the VOD review. I just want to share what I mean, mechanically speaking, with Ana Quickscope and what it can do to help you. So
I will
this is
not
what I do.
leave a broken world behind.
I quick scope like this, and then I look around,
What's one more kill?
depending on where my team is. With time, you learn to be fast.
Slow down.
And how do you do this is increase your sensitivity, or you force yourself to be a little bit more faster and actively tell yourself to be a little bit faster. So like, I know that somebody's there, bam bam bam, heal him up, that's it. Another cool trick I can give you, mechanically speaking with Ana, is sometimes after you do an unscope shot that you're sure is going to hit, you turn around. So, because this is like lost time. Another quick trick I can give you with Ana whenever you're struggling seeing around the battlefield is when you reload. This is downtime. You can use your sleep dart and nade, but when you reload, I usually just do a quick scan. I would define this as scanning. I'm scanning the battlefield. This is downtime as well. Look, because like if I shoot,
Not the last.
I can't shoot again. So I shoot once, and then I have time to click 4 times. That is downtime. That is downtime and that I can use to gather information on the battlefield, or just reposition myself and pressing WASD. On top of that, also play around walls. Like, this is how your gameplay should look like. It shouldn't look like this. It should look more like this. You know, Valorant style, I guess. And with this being said, I guess we're going to go in Olaf review, and hopefully I can remember everything that I talked about. I think I'm gonna need chat's help a little bit here. So let's go in Olaf review. Let's start with the beginning. Let's start with the table. So I would say that your cooldown management overall, apart from playing against Kiriko, because she's a new hero, I would say it's good. I don't think you should work on your cooldown management. I think you're saving sleep dart from what I've seen for the guy's scenarios, saving the nade as well. You're doing good. You're not like wasting your abilities. It's good. That is good. Now, now your aim overall. Your aim, I would say, aim is the orange one. Can be worked on, definitely. But this is not a direct consequence of you aiming bad. It's because of your mechanical aim. Does that make sense? Because of the lack of quickscope. I think that if you work on your aiming first, like if you work on this, I think that you'll improve really fast. Now, let's talk about decision making for a little bit. I like how you're playing this. I think that you're a confident player and the actions that you're doing are really nice. You're really decisive, and it does seem like you have a plan and not playing randomly, which I respect, and that's what you should do. Now, the information that you have, though, might not be up to date. So that's where you might struggle a little bit. Like, you make decisions, but not the right ones from what I've seen. Sometimes that is. Now, talking about positioning, this will come with more experience. As I said earlier, this has something to do, number one, with team comps, knowing your job, and number two, with being aggressive when you need to pressure in neutral fights or when the fight is lost to turn around the 4 versus 5, or be defensive when you already won the team fight because you're the target that the enemies want to focus. And you can do this by playing on high ground, applying some pressure, using the support passive to help you out in case you get low HP with Ana, and of course, hug the walls. Walls are your best friends. Okay, Olaf recommends you do the following. This will sound weird, but find a wall. Become the wall. Find the wall, become a wall. Every team fight, I want you to literally tell yourself wall, 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 meow, meow, wall, wall, wall. Literally, find the wall, become the wall. This doesn't necessarily mean a wall. It can be payload. What I mean by this is cover. Use cover as much as possible, okay? Use cover as much as possible. Find the wall, become a wall. Now, become a wall harder if your team is +1 or +2 or +3. What I mean by this is if the team has the advantage. You don't need to pressure. The team fight is won. Okay, the team fight is won. Another thing we can talk about is learn to quickscope. I highly recommend the quickscope guide from mL7. He has a bunch of awesome YouTube content on both his main and secondary YouTube channel, and he's a live streamer as well, so make sure to check him out. So check out mL7's quickscope guide. Totally not a sellout. I break down the advantages, disadvantages, how to do it with both settings. Also explain it IRL. This will be a game changer. Other than that, I would say learn, think about your job and simplify it. A lot of, and with this, I can talk about more points, okay? But if you watch the VOD review, you probably will remember more. I just want to talk about this specifically. And with this, I'm done. What I mean by this is, make it simple. Don't think the following. I have to heal the Mercy, and then I have to nano that, and then I have to do that, and then I have to do that, and then I gotta do that, and then I gotta position there, and then I have to protect, and then I have to... No. I have hog, I walk the hog. That's it. I don't care about anybody else. Does that make sense? I walk the hog. I walk the hog. You know, like, make it simple. I see Farah, I have Sigma with shield. Okay, I shoot the Farah. And I heal Sigma. That's it. Because Ina's gonna take care of squishies. That's it. No more pressure. You know? And save the sleep dart for ultimates, as I broke down sleep dart usage. And that's about it. Time's up. I hope that you learned a thing or two from this. And I bet that you'll get not to plat, but to diamond in no time. Become faster. Play. Force your hand to move faster. You have to make an effort to move your hand faster. And look around you a little bit more. One more tip, and with this, I'm done. I'm sorry, I know it's a little bit long. When reloading, look around. Okay, when reloading, look around because it's downtime, so you can better understand the battlefield. Hey, I'm Olaf. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to subscribe. Meow.